If you found yourself struggling with the thoughts of the past or even struggling with the present situation in front of you, the I remember when technique could be an incredibly powerful tool for you to make use of. Now, I've used the I remember when technique myself to manifest my specific person who is currently downstairs. But I've also used it to manifest new clients and money and so many other things. The I remember when technique is probably my favorite sort of sub-genre technique that is part of the main ones of affirmation, visualization, scripting, acting as if, and kind of those things. Now, the way the I remember when technique works is you are essentially taking a situation, whether it's the negative old story, a thought that you are having, or even the current situation, and you are essentially implying that that situation is a thing of the past because something else has taken over. An example, using my own manifestation of manifesting Katie, she at one point said that we weren't compatible. When we broke up, that's one of the things that she said, was that we weren't compatible and it wasn't going to work. So while I was doing my manifestation process and trying to flip the thoughts and all that kind of stuff, one of the things that I made use of was the I remember when technique in the form of this. Whenever a thought came to mind of her saying that we weren't compatible, or while simply trying to shift my own embodiment of what she had said, I would simply go, I remember when Katie said that we weren't compatible, but now she knows we are more than compatible. But now she knows that we are a perfect match and we can go forward better than ever. And I found this tool extremely beneficial for myself because when my mind went to the fact that she said we weren't compatible, I was obviously momentarily ruminating on it. Of course, it's come to mind, therefore my focus is on it. Now I had the choice. I could either go down that path and impress my subconscious mind with more of her not thinking we're compatible because I'm ruminating on that statement, or I could simply just flip it to we are more than compatible, she's head over heels in love with me, the relationship is perfect, and such things like that. Now, at the time, I didn't always find it the easiest thing to just flip the thought. Sometimes I found that I still had that kind of ruminating anxiety or that icky feeling that you kind of get when you have a thought that kind of knocks you off track a little bit. So I had to make use of something else. And that was why I tried the I remember when technique. Because in a way, it allowed me to place my awareness on the old story that I was struggling so hard to fight, but in a way that it determined it to be something beneficial. I remember when this, insert what my mind is thinking of, in this case, compatibility issue, I remember when this compatibility issue that Katie said was a factor. I remember when Katie said we were not compatible. That's the ruminating side of it. But now we are more than compatible. But now Katie knows that we are compatible. But now our relationship is better than ever. Those kinds of things. And what this did is it allowed my mind to do what it wanted to do, which was to dwell on that negative situation. So it allowed it to do that, but in a way that benefited me by looking at the circumstance at hand and then saying, nope, I remember when it was like that, but now this new thing is the case. It was incredible for me because it helped me overcome that situation and create the new desire. And if any of you have been around my channel for enough time, you would know that one of the very first things that Katie ever said to me when we met up again was that, well, I basically said to her, I thought we weren't compatible, you said we weren't compatible. And one of the very first things that she said was, well, I've been thinking about it, and in fact, I actually do think we are compatible. I had some time to think, I've had some time to reflect, and now I actually think that we are compatible to be with each other. Exactly what I was affirming. I remember when she said this, but now she says something different. But now our relationship is something different. And she showed up reflecting exactly that. Now, I've done this with plenty of other things. I remember when I was worried that I wasn't gonna get a new client, but now I've had 3 new ones paying for my highest package. I remember when I wasn't going to get tickets to that concert, but there was a way to get some, and now I have them. Things like that. And in fact, that last one is actually something that's coming up soon. I'm really excited. Going to go see Attila at the end of this month, and it was through that technique that I did it. I said to myself, I remember when I didn't get to see Attila last year, but I'm going this year. That was the actual thing I said. The first version was just an example, but that was the actual thing I said. I remember when I didn't get to see Attila, but now I'm going to see them, and it's going to be amazing. And I ended up actually having one of my band members message saying, hey, do you guys want to go see Attila together? And then they bought the ticket for me. I pinged them the money, and now I have a ticket to go see them at the end of this month. Yeah, March, so the end of this month. So I'm super excited about that. But it works for everything. It's just the same as any other kind of technique. But in my opinion, the thing that does set it aside is that it allows you to kind of ruminate on the old story, but in a way that benefits you. Because as I've always said in almost every single one of my videos, it's not what comes up that matters. It's where you take it. Even the richest person in the world would probably have the odd thought, maybe like sparsely, but would have the odd thought of, what if I lost everything? What if the tax laws change and I get taxed 99% of my money or something stupid like that? They'll probably just have like an odd thought. But then they'll laugh it off and go, well, even if I did lost all my money, I know I'll be able to make it back again. Or even if the tax laws did change and I lost 99% of my money, I'd still have a few $100 million in the bank. They would simply just go, new thought. So there's no reason why you trying to manifest something can't do the same thing. If a rich person can have a bad thought and still stay rich, you can have a bad thought come up and still manifest your desire. But you have to do what that rich person would do, which is take it and redirect it toward the path that you wish it to be, or redirect it toward the true state that you wish to embody, which in the rich person is to have the money. In a relationship is to have the relationship, to have the compatibility. For someone looking for a job, it's to have the job. For someone struggling with making friends, it's to have the friends. I remember when I struggled to make friends, but now I have friends. I remember when I struggled with thoughts about my specific person leaving me, but now I know they're mine and I never have bad thoughts again. An example, you could make this work with any kind of situation at hand. And if you do, you will be able to overcome the ruminating on the old story, just like I did, but also create what it is that you do want, just like I did. So I highly recommend you check this out. Literally just take whatever is going on in your mind at the time, whether it's a thought about a situation or a circumstance that's in front of you or anything like that. I remember when insert thought or insert struggles with thought or insert circumstance was true. I remember when that was happening. But now, because obviously by you saying I remember when, you're implying it's a thing of the past. And then by saying but now, insert new desire is true, you're now showing your subconscious mind that, yeah, that thing happened, but now this insert new story is in fact the new truth. And because it's not what comes up, it's what because it doesn't matter what comes up, but it matters where you take it, this process is essentially taking what's coming up and taking it toward where you want it to go. Therefore, maximizing that statement and creating what you do want. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Kind of a bit of a short one, but it's not an explanation that really needs to be too long. It's more of a thing that you need to apply and see the amazing results that will come from it. If you need additional help to overcome your situation, down below in the comment section and the description is the link to my Linktree where you can see the link to my website. I have tons of amazing services on there that will help you manifest your desires. And if you truly want it, it's best to get advice from someone who's done it before. If you're not looking for full-blown coaching, but you do want additional help from me, I do have an amazing membership that offers tons of exclusive videos, exclusively free things, discounted things. And for the gold tier, you get access to the members only live, as well as a 10-minute call with me every single month, which so far every single person has absolutely raved about. So check those things out if you're interested. Like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Like and comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. Watch this presentation playlist about all the specific presentations I've done. And after I've now just butchered my outro, I'll leave you to the rest of your day. Bye-bye.